Well, everybody, we have a great guest with us tonight, and it's Caren Knott from Geo Wellness. And you can see her smiling face on the screen there already. But I actually just met Caren. Was it about a year ago, Caren, we met?
I think so.
And I was with, I still am a distributor for the Geo Wellness Company. I got started with them back, and gosh, I think it was in 2008. It was kind of an interesting scenario. What happened? A lady came up to me, and you probably haven't heard this story, Caren, but this lady came up to me and she said, "Can I put this chip on your phone?" And I said, "Why?" She said, "So your phone doesn't kill you." And I said, "Well, why would my phone want to kill me? I like my phone." And she said, "Well, the radiation coming off of your phone is not good for your body, and this chip will, neutralize or minimize whatever the case is. But I think it's got to neutralize the effect of that radiation, and it'll be better for you." So I said, "Well, sure." So for the next 2 months, I'm using my phone. And I'm looking at this chip, really not knowing too much about it, and I felt prompted in January to see what I had on my phone. So I did some research on it, and Caren, I could not believe what I discovered. And this was 11 years ago, or 10 years ago, and because it was pretty hush hush back in 2008 to the negative effects and the cover up of the reality of radiation and how it's affecting us in just horrible, horrible ways, from our TV sets, our routers in our home, and computers, and one of the worst culprits, of course, is the cell phone. But it's the Wi-Fi, because no matter what I discovered is within a mile or two of wherever you are, there are dozens of towers that are broadcasting terrible frequencies. I mean, they're good frequencies, they're beneficial to us technology-wise, but horrible for us physically. Anyway, I decided to check out the company, and I did in April, and got their, I don't know, it was kind of a $2,000 thing to come in, where you get all the products, or a good number of them, to protect your home and family. And, Caren, I was amazed in a matter of days. I mean, I could tell the difference in energy and feeling better. I mean, it was pretty amazing. And, I bought into the 30-day trial. If you're not happy, get all your money back. Do they still do that?
Yes, they do. Absolutely.
They do. So, and by the way, I'm taking part of your time here, so we won't cut this. But
you're doing a fabulous job.
I hadn't planned on this, but I'll tell you what, I'm a believer in the company. I'm a believer in the technology, because I did the research, and encourage everyone watching tonight, do your research, because this is phenomenal. I mean, it's revelation. And then the company was called BioPro, but at that point, they were the only company that had any kind of validity of research proving the authenticity that the products really did do what they said they would do, because there's lots and lots of companies that say they can do something, but they have no validity, no scientific validity. Is that still true, Caren?
Absolutely, it is.
Yeah, well, I'm sure. I mean, their validity, I know, hasn't changed. But anyway, give it to you in a second, Caren, just to tell people here my experience. So I started with the company, and I was such a believer. It reminded me of when I met Jesus. I was such an enthusiast. I mean, I led so many people to the Lord that they didn't really accept Jesus. They just said a prayer to get rid of me. That's a true story. But anyway, without trying, I mean, just because I was telling everybody about it, I don't know how much I made. I was making $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month, because people were experiencing. And I tell people, just try it, get your money back, be not happy. But everyone was happy. And over the course of many months, I was just so thrilled. But I backed off only because I had some people that got offended to a small extent back then, 10 years ago, because I was so excited about a product, and I'm in the ministry, and I felt, anyway, offended some people. So sorry about that. But I quietly continued to be a distributor. And when people notice that, because people notice a chip on my phone, or they'll notice a pendant that I wear. And Caren, I put this thing on 10 years ago, and I've never taken it off, except maybe to demonstrate, because it's amazing. when you take the pendant off and you give it to somebody else, there's a test you can do, and it affects you instantly. So anyway, I'm still involved. I'm not so actively a distributor anymore, but when I thought about business opportunities, this is one that I can endorse. I really, really believe in it. So, and the company's really grown since I got in it 10 years ago. So anyway, Caren here contacted me about a year ago, and she said, "Hey, what you doing?" Because I wasn't doing much, but so she started contacting me, and just I really enjoyed her. Anyone that comes into the company, she would be your contact, and whatever you do is going to help me or help the ministry, as it would be. So anyway, most importantly, though, those of you that are looking for an opportunity, this is one that I know worked for me when I was working it, and it really helped to put some extra cash in the pocket. But Caren, with all that said, it's all yours. So what do you want to tell us? And now, by the way, Karen's going to be with us. I mean, this is a short presentation introduction tonight, but she's going to be with us for a whole hour on the third Monday. And that's do you remember what date that is?
17th, I believe.
The 17th, Monday, the 17th. So mark your calendar so you can hear the whole story. So tell us more, Caren.
Okay, I will. Thank you, first of all, David, for giving us this opportunity to share what I believe is just critical information in so many ways. First of all, can you hear me?
Yeah, I just dawned on me here. I can fix the screen so people can see you better.
Okay. First of all, well, for those who don't know and have never heard of GIA, I think just our name says a lot about who we are. So GIA stands for growth, inspiration, and abundance. And that's growth in your health and well-being through our patented products and technologies. To be the best version of you, to be a servant leader. We have personal growth training every week where we're just guided to be better servants for humanity. And I think that's what Christ wants us to be. So that it's an integral part of who we are at GIA. And then the A is for abundance. And everyone has a different view when you hear the word of abundance. For me, it means creating additional income that allows choice and freedom in people's lives. Choice to support a ministry, choice to be able to make that car payment or send your kids to college or take a great vacation. So a lot of opportunities. So there in our name is pretty much what we stand for, because we believe everyone deserves and can achieve health, happiness, and prosperity in your life, all wrapped up together. So to me, it's a perfect fit. And David, as you said, we live in a really different world today than 10, 20, and when you look back 30 years, the comparison is amazing. And we've got this explosion of wireless technology that I don't know any of us could ever imagine. And for me, it's incredibly difficult to keep up, but it's fabulous. It allows us to converse today from, we're half a country apart from each other and share valid information. And I'm a prayer partner with somebody in another part of the world. And it's just wonderful. But with it comes a lot of negative health impact that most people probably are not aware of. And so my goal is in a couple of weeks to share with your viewers and connect some dots about why every single person on the planet is being exposed to what a lot of public health researchers are calling the greatest toxin mankind has ever been exposed to. And our company is really proud. We're the only company out there, not only that has patented and scientifically validated products, but we're the only company taking a 360-degree approach to your health. So we're not just looking at one area of impact, for example, the cell phones, but with GIA, we look at the pillars of health: hydration, energy, nourishment, anti-aging, and weight management. So we're looking at the whole picture and how every part of our life and every system in our body is being impacted by this electromagnetic radiation. And David, you spoke about the research is there if you look for it. And So for so long, a money-driven industry has maintained that there just isn't enough research to validate that there's health issues. But I believe it was 2 years ago now, over 200 scientists petitioned the World Health Organization and said, you've got to do something about our guidelines because they're insane how out of whack they are. And we are being so impacted. And that is called the Bioinitiative Report. It's a compilation of 1,800 studies, and anyone can pull that up and read all those studies, and you won't have any doubts any longer. But one of those scientists there's a documentary, Generation Zap, that our company had the privilege of screening all over North America. And his comment is, if you're wondering about your extent of exposure to radiation in the last 10 years, is it 2 times greater? Is it 10 times greater? It's a quintillion, which is a 1 and 18 zeros.
Wow.
Personally, I'd never heard that word before.
Big number.
So just to put it in perspective of what our exposure is, and my desire is to connect the dots for listeners about, we understand about brain cancer. I personally, that's why I'm here in front of you today, as our family was impacted with that. But there's so many areas in between. Not everyone's going to develop brain cancer, but we have a society where 45% of the population has some sort of chronic illness. If you look at the autism spectrum, it's absolutely epidemic what the numbers have done in the last 10 to 15 years. There's infertility issues. There's everybody's got some sort of chronic fatigue, autoimmune type deficiency. So, but there's also things like people that have headaches multiple times a week, or their inability to focus, their inability to lose weight. It's depression, it's anxiety, it's heart palpitations. So across the board, we're going to take a look at what's happening at the cellular level when we can spend a little more time on this, and how at every level you're being impacted by this. And people aren't just connecting the dots that, wait a minute, is this radiation exposure? What's causing a lot of these symptoms? And so like when you say right away, people see results, that's the really cool thing, is that people's lives can change so dramatically just by implementing some of these products and technologies. We have what I think our most life-changing product is a water technology that literally came out of the Chernobyl meltdown and helps your body shed the effects of radiation. And there's all kinds of tests that were done for the patent for this, that how it impacts your body undergoing chemo, and just brings your body to a place of balance so your body can heal and repair. And as you know, we're wondrously made, and we were designed to be able to heal ourselves. And this just puts us in that position. So I just wanted to share that. I'm especially for the children. I mean, we are looking at compromising the next generation or two. And I think most people don't have that awareness. So hopefully that's my goal, is to share some of that in a couple weeks with your viewers. And then also, as you touched on, from a business opportunity, if someone's looking for something, I think first you have to look at any business at what value do you bring to the market. And in today's society of this massive explosion of electromagnetic radiation, we're the only company out there. We are the gold standard with patented and scientifically validated product. How big is that market? There isn't a person on the planet that doesn't need what we have. So first of all, the market is certainly there. The science is there to validate the product. To me, most importantly, though, is when people tell me my headaches are gone, or my joint issues they're so, my life is different. I don't have these issues anymore. What could be better, than to have improvement in people's lives? And then addition is that for every dollar I put in the bank, I know I've impacted somebody's life in a really positive way. And so the abundance, as you have taught us, and the whole business breakthrough training is about, is that the Lord has this abundance there for us, and he wants us to have it. And so I I want to be a 50% tither,
All right. You're my kind of woman.
And so, and it is there, and the Lord has given it. So just if, like I said, I just believe this opportunity to provide life-changing technologies to a public that so desperately needs it, that is so ill, and to significantly impact another person's life and create prosperity. And at the same time, I just think it's a win-win. So if this resonates with anyone, I just look so forward to, sharing with you in a couple weeks, and then let's connect and do it. Go make your life better starting today.
All righty. Well, Caren, you did an awesome job.
Okay, good.
And, talking about, when I was studying business and sales training way back, hard to imagine, 50 years ago. Makes a person almost feel like you're getting older, but I'm getting younger.
That's right, we're getting younger.
One of the things that they taught us is in business is, identifying a need.
Exactly.
And then fill it. And it's amazing. I've been to Africa 30 times. And even in Africa, I met with a tribal chief a couple of years ago. He's wearing Salvation Army pants, a Goodwill shirt, and a jacket out of a dumpster. Tribal chief with a cell phone in his hand.
Yeah.
And all over the world, it's people have cell phones, and every cell phone needs to be chipped and protected.
Absolutely.
Well, actually, not protecting the cell phone, you're protecting the people. But real quickly, and we're actually out of time here, but went over a little bit. That's okay. But because I really believe people need to be aware of this. But you have a couple of guests real quickly that are going to be with you, and this is amazing. Because I've been to the factory a couple of times. I met with the people there because I'm checking out the reality of it. So tell us, who's going to be joining you?
You know what? I am beyond excited. Our co-CEOs and co-founders, Alfred Hanser and Linda Cormier-Hanser, are actually going to be physically with me on the 17th, which I only get to see them in person probably twice a year, maybe. So for the Lord to put this all together so that they're going to be able to share, their vision of GIA and why they created it and their vision for the future, I'm beyond excited. I think it's a wonderful opportunity for everyone.
You're both very great people. And so mark your calendar, the 17th, and Caren, Alfred, and Linda are all going to be here to help you to understand the product and the opportunity. And Caren, by the way, is part of the Business Breakthrough Ministry.
Yes.
And she's actually one of our moderators, has two other people. Where are your people from, Caren?
My dear friend Kenneth is in Tennessee, and my other friend is in Sri Lanka. So
yeah, you got Shami. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So
yummy. So we're having a wonderful time.
So you're only probably 10 days into it at this point, so you probably don't have a testimony yet. But without
I do actually.
Okay, quickly.
On my short goal list was to secure another event where I could be a vendor and share GIA, and I have done that. So,
all right.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah. So one of the things that we're talking about tonight is the objective of Business Breakthrough, and what we want to do is get you to put down, some 3 to 4 things that will be a stretch to believe for, to accomplish within 30 days. So that's one of a number that Caren put down, but in just 10 days,
yes,
already accomplished. Caren, thank you so much for sharing with us, and we look forward to having you here in a couple of weeks.
Sounds perfect. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. God bless.
God bless you. Bye-bye.